Have we ever looked around and stopped to think? What have we done since our eyes first blink? What we have unleashed from the beauty we claim? For why should a majestic scene turn into flames? A drive to become mother of invention, provide a wish to fulfill our mission. Can we not hear the sounds that come from within? Are we not convinced yet that we are the masters in the making? Good morning, everybody. This is Navya Sharma standing in front of you. Young people today feel truly crippled with anxiety of being the last generation to survive wildfires, global famines, fishless oceans, or maybe even a fatal heat wave. Who knew could make up for the headlines of a weekly newspaper? But I personally think we've got this framing a tidbit upside down. Far from being the last generation, we can be the first generation. The first generation to be sustainable. Now, we often think of our ancestors living in perfect balance with nature, and what recently has been knocked off. And if we're nostalgic for sustainable paths to rewind back to, there is absolutely none, because the world has never been sustainable. But pick almost any metric of human being, and you'll see that the world has become a much better place to live. Well, that progress, my friends, has come at a cost to the environment. Imagine for a moment a world where technological innovation, economic prosperity, and human well-being coexist harmoniously with nature. A world where the march of progress doesn't leave devastation in its wake, but nurtures the environment on which all life depends. Development without destruction, everybody, is not just a catchphrase. It is a blueprint for the future of our planet and a journey for all of us to embark together. In 2015, we saw two fantastic hopeful breakthroughs for humanity. First, the Sustainable Development Goals, a collective universal plan to eradicate poverty and hunger within global environmental targets. And secondly, the Paris Agreement, in which all nations agreed to keep global warming under 2 degrees Celsius. However, 8 years down the line, we're still in the hand-waving business. In an age where progress and growth are at the forefront of a global agenda, it is crucial to understand that development without destruction is not just a utopian ideal. It is a practical necessity aimed at sustainable urban planning, responsible agriculture, eco-construction, and going from what's wrong to what's strong. We are the change we seek, the architects of our own evolution and the stewards of a new era of sustainable dreams. All we have to do is simply listen to the nature and let it teach us how. Because every act of creation is first an act of destruction, and an unbending tree is easily broken. Thank you, everybody.